Everyone, today I'm going to show you how to do a really simple test that's going to show you how your website is performing over 4 important aspects. One is SEO, the other is performance, which I'll explain in a second. The other is accessibility, and the other is best practices. The first thing you want to do is open up Google Chrome. Now, open up an incognito window. We're not doing anything funny here, but if you're not in incognito mode, whatever browser settings you might have or caching could interfere with the test. So just making sure on incognito for this. Now, you're going to go to your own website. Right now, we're on the One Orange Cow website in just one of our blog pages. So it's really easy to actually do this. The first thing you're going to do is just right-click on empty space in the screen, and then you're going to go over to Inspect. Then you're going to go to the top navigation where you see elements, console, sources, etc. And you're going to click on these double arrows. Click there, and you'll see a drop-down, and you'll find Lighthouse. This is the Google Lighthouse tool. It's going to generate a Lighthouse report, and this is going to give us a performance score in each of the 4 categories I spoke about earlier. So once you're here, you're just going to click Analyze Page Load. Now this will take a bit, but you don't have to wait, so I'll see you in a sec. Okay, we're back. And now that you can see generated numbers for each of these sections, obviously 100, you can't get more than 100, so that's good. We can see a 75 in performance, 95 in accessibility, 100 in best practices, and 100 in SEO. So let's talk about each of these, what this score means, and what you can do with this information once you've checked your site. Right now for this page, we're looking at a performance score of 75. Not the best score in the world. We'd obviously love to be in the green because that means our website is loading a lot faster. And it's definitely a way to improve the user experience of your site if you have a fast loading website. People can get frustrated if things don't load it faster than 2 seconds. So as long as you're under that 2-second mark, that's really good. And what's really great about this report is that if you click on performance, it's going to give you a little breakdown as to why you got a 75. In our case, we got a 75, and what we can do to improve it. I'm not going to dive into what each of these mean, for this is too much, but too technical for this video. If you actually go down to diagnostics by scrolling down, it'll give you a report as to what exactly is causing the error. What I'm going to do is also follow this up with another video once we've made these changes so you can see just how much we've improved the score. I thought that would be cool for you guys to see. You don't have to learn what any of this means, but if you do have a developer on staff, ask them, hey, can you make these changes to improve the score? So this is a really good way for you to be more involved and active in your website. And a good way for, diagnosing what could be wrong with it. The word accessibility gets thrown around a lot these days. What it means in context of your website is how easy is it for people of all walks of life, ages, different disabilities to engage with your website? Is the content structured in a way that, for example, a page reader that might help someone that is visually impaired is able to identify what exactly is going on the page and read it in a structured way? And again, it gives us a report as to why exactly we have not reached 100. And we can see that the background and the foreground colors do not have a sufficient contrast ratio. Some people with some image impairments might not be able to distinguish between the text on the page and the background. So that's definitely something we're going to look into so we can improve that. But a 95, again, if you're in the green, you're doing pretty well. We're going to skip best practices for now, and we're going to go straight to SEO. As you can see, we've got a 100 score for SEO. Now, this doesn't mean we're going to rank for every keyword that's on this page. It doesn't take into account what keywords you're targeting, that you're going to want to use another program for that. But what this basically says is this page built in such a way that if Google indexes the page and reads the keywords that we've put in there, the information that we want to come up and rank for, etc., that the page technically is built in a way that Google can understand. Now let's have a look at best practices. Best practices is a score about ensuring that all your website follows up-to-date industry standards. It checks for things like security protocols like HTTPS, avoiding outdated code and technologies. Yes, code can get outdated like spoiled milk. As you can imagine, things are always changing very quickly, so code can become outdated like an old software patch on your phone. So you want to make sure that you're staying on top of the best practices of today on how to build a website. And then the last thing is how optimized is your website for mobile devices. Google is extremely focused on the mobile website experience. You can understand why, considering most of web searches are done on smartphones. So for them, how optimized your website is for mobile will help give you a better score. Now, why does being in the green for all these categories matter? It means that your website is performing optimally. It's fast, it's accessible, and it's optimized for SEO and security. This overall leads to a better user experience and can be one of the reasons if you see a low conversion rate or you have people having frustrations with your website. It could just be the technical aspects on the back end. You want to make sure that these things are taken care of. And in the end, if you don't know about these things, you could be looking at the wrong problem. So I think it's really important that, you take some responsibility for your website and hold your developers accountable. Because sometimes if you don't ask for this stuff, they won't do it. So just making sure you're on top of them and they understand exactly what it is that you're after, then that's it. You don't need to be technical or know what all these things mean, but in this way, you can see in a really simple score, you can ask, why aren't we in the green, etc. Stay tuned for our next video where we show you how we actually improved the score and got us into the green for performance, and we'll speak soon. Bye guys.